So AJ Henning had entered the transfer portal from Michigan. He had went to high school in Illinois, and he was heavily recruited by the University of Illinois as well. So when he entered the transfer portal, I made a case for him to say to come home to the University of Illinois. It would be a great fit. Go check out that video as to why he would be a great fit. I was half right. I said come back to his home state of Illinois and go to the University of Illinois, but he had chosen to go to a different school in the Big Ten as well, and he has decided to go to Northwestern. Why he decided to go to Northwestern? Well, he just felt like it was a better fit. You have to look at the landscape of each team. You have to treat the transfer portal like a free agent in the NFL. Where are you going to fit in on the roster? What's going to be your role? In the transfer portal, you're going to go have conversations with the head coach, the offensive coordinators, the defensive coordinators. You're going to look at the roster and see, okay, am I going to get a starting spot? Who do I have to compete with? What could my role possibly be, especially when you're A.J. Henning, and at Michigan, you were used as a special teams guy, kick return guy. You got a couple catches, but you were mainly a special teams guy. And so the question is going to be, wherever he goes, was he going to be just or was he going to be a special teams guy? Was he just going to be a punt returner, kick returner? Was he going to be a gunner to go down and tackle? Or was he going to go to a place that he could possibly fit in as a wide receiver? Because if you're just going to be a special teams guy, you might as well just stay at Michigan, because that's where you would find your way onto the field. You would have an opportunity to play for a Big Ten title. You have the opportunity to beat Ohio State again, and you just went to the college football playoff. So you have those opportunities. So going to Northwestern, he felt that there is a possible opportunity that he could do some special teams, but there is a possibility that he could go be a slot receiver. Northwestern had a couple guys, transfer out. They've had a couple guys transfer in, but he probably just felt like, hey, and the type of offense they do, they need some slot guys, they need some jet guys, they need, wing guys. I can be that person. I can also be a punt returner. I can do all these things. So he just felt like from an offensive perspective and a personnel perspective, he had to look at it all and say, this is a better fit for me where I can get some catches. He'd be like a Devin Hester when he was with the Bears. Starts off as a special teams guy, and then they slowly start to put him as a wide receiver. Now, when you put him at wide receiver, it's going to scale back a little bit of the special teams, but this is what he felt like was possible. I got to watch Northwestern practice up front last year, and I think that even though I would love for him to come to U of I feel like that was a better fit. I feel like U of I, where they're at and where they're going, he would be a fit there. But he'll make a great fit at Northwestern. Coach Fitzgerald, they had a down year. They will not have a down year very long. They will not stay down. So I think this is another good spot for him. It's just we're in a weird time where you could transfer from a school in the Big Ten and go to another Big Ten school. But again, we live in an era where they can transfer wherever they want. It's a free agency, but he'll be a good fit. He'll make some impact. And like I said, for the talk I had about trying to get him to the University of Illinois, he won't just be a slot guy. That's primarily where he is. But you can still line him up as an outside receiver. We get too caught up in he's just an outside receiver. He's just a slot receiver. You can have formations that put them in a slot. You can have formations that put them as the wide out, as far as they can go. And you can have him be a jet guy from that position. You can line them up in the backfield. Like, we just get too caught up in putting them, labeling them and saying, you're just this, you're just this. So I think he's going to do well at Northwestern. The more I thought about it when I saw it, with the type of offense they're running there, he'll be a good fit, and he'll find immediate playing time there, especially that wide receiver room that they need some spark to it. So he will be a good fit there at Northwestern. I was just wrong trying to get him to the University of Illinois. And so, he'll do great. But I will have to root against him when they do play University of Illinois. But I do like Northwestern after seeing the practice and talking to Coach Fitzgerald in person and their O-line coach, who I've become a big fan of, and everybody there. They were fantastic. And so he'll do great there. So AJ Henning is off to Northwestern, and he will make a great impact there as well.